Hello and welcome back to the fourth and final part of our Abyssal Sorcerer Chaos Max Difficulty SOVL run, with all our amazing demons running along. Of course we have to be a little bit ginger with our blood-sworn fiends, but we'll be fine. I'll start to replenish those, otherwise the dragon spawn are doing nicely, the dragons at full strength, and the dogs are doing excellently, our accompanying axemen. So here's the Act 3 campaign map. I'm going to navigate our way through this. Now, our equation, rather our approach, changes. So prior to this point, we've been taking just spam the battles for golden experience. With this one, however, once you get past the final row of shops, there's no longer any point in accumulating additional gold, because what on earth would you be spending it on? You're just going to go into the final boss. So after that, you're going to get either a random event or a campsite, and between those two, you would much rather the campsite. The random event could be nice, but 99 times out of 100, healing your army to full and getting some additional experience points is going to be the way to go before you face the final challenge. So at this stage, you can kind of game out the system a little bit. You can think about how much experience you need to level guys and whether or not you need to take 1 or 2 or 3 battles. If we have a look, so the Abyssal Sorcerer would require 4 to level. So the only way to level that would be to take all 3 of these fights and then a campsite. So at the camp, the way it works is everyone in the army receives 1 round of healing, and then you're given a choice between either a point of experience or a second round of healing. So we're obviously all healthy. If there's anyone who's been banged up, then you just heal them twice here and you'll be fine. So we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 as a maximum, or maybe more practical would be 1, 2, 3 by taking the random event. So let's have a look. So the Sorcerer would need it. Realistically, leveling Mordak again doesn't get me anything. It would be, I've got on the fancy spell upgrades, I want a slightly stronger fireball, who cares? So not really a point. The Dragon will level up with 3, so you can take 2 fights in the camp, and that would be fine. The Axemen are fine. They don't need an extra level. They've got on all the good stuff, and 29 is already good enough. The Spawn will level and then won't level again regardless, so they're okay as they are. The Hounds will level, and with 3, these Hounds will level when they get to the campsite, and they've already got their unit size, so don't worry about that. The one trap is that if you level up just at the campsite, you don't have an opportunity to heal the unit. There's no longer any way. So if you use the experience point and level there and choose extra unit size, you'll never be able to actually benefit from the extra size. But in their case, they've already got it. They're max width there, so don't worry about it. Hounds, and then our Devil Spawn will level anyway with 2, and will level anyway with 1. Fine, perfect. I don't need to. You could in theory take 4 and level again, but I mean, who cares? You're gonna get. It would be nice because I'm gonna have to spend 1 in theory on replenishment. I guess I could slowly trickle my way back up there and be okay. And I want to spend 1 on. If I had the discretion, I'd buy the veteran skill, or rather, I'd take that, and that would get me to 5. But realistically, they have enough damage output such that I don't care, so don't worry about it. Okay, so I'm going to take the approach of taking 2 elite battles, and then the rest and go for them. All the battles in Act 3 are elite, you have no choice. So we're just going to go here, and then we're going to make our way to the random event, and then down here, and then there and there. So Dagrick, so lots and lots of fast-moving cavalry are going to come charging towards us. Fortunately, it's one of these bigger maps, so I might be able to. They're going first, which with an all-melee army is convenient. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick myself pretty tight to one side of the field. Reason being is that anything on this side is going to waste its time dragging itself around here, and it's going to take them a long old while to actually get there. So I'll have you be a distraction. You're going to play it very safe, just hide at the back. I don't want you to take any damage, really. The dragon can be on this side because you can fly over this rock without concern. You can kind of be there to start. I guess what I can do, when you're deploying, you can obviously move around. If you hold the shift key, you can spin your guys. So if I want to face them kind of this way, I can do it a bit like that. I'll have you there, and then maybe those dogs there. That sort of works. Obviously, I'd like for them to be able to slip through a bit easier. Kind of move you all across a bit. Make sure there's enough space. So once I get the dragon out of the way, you should be able to navigate your way through. So I can basically disregard the stuff on this side for a while I handle this first. You're immediately going to shoot the Axeman, that's fine. I don't have any Banner of Mists yet, but still. Tough as nails, defense 5. Yeah, I think what's the mortar power? 4, so that extra armor there, immediately proving its worth. You'll come forward, so I guess I can sort of preemptively counter move them now. That's the only artillery piece they have, so don't worry about the rest. I'm going to put these dogs as flush as I can up against the wall here, so that when they inevitably come charging through, I can get a nice flank on them. Don't know if I actually reach them, that they can see me, and that's an amazing position from that griffin. I can't actually hit it, so maybe I'll come forward and just roast them. Alternatively, what I could do is I could stick bait in the center here, let them charge me, flee intentionally, and then that'll make it very easy to get some flanks. So I think with the griffin I could probably do enough damage with these two, with just roasting it to death between the dragon and my dragon spawn. Big dragon and little dragons. Yeah, there's the first shot. Dead instantly. The power of having 4 of them, get your 4 flamethrowers. Okay, you'll be pretty easy to flee. You have to have enough movement to escape their arc, so if fail that, I could just flank them with those dogs anyway, so don't worry about it. So I can't pass, so let's just use this unit at the back that I don't intend to do anything with. Forward they come, that's not too much of a concern. I'll just have you stand there. If you move just an inch, you could in theory escape the mortar's range. Maybe you can hide behind the silly Imperial Knights there that have blocked its own line of sight. They aren't going to reach us either, so they'll eventually get here to start shooting at me, but for now don't worry about it. They'll come forward. I need to see if they go that way or that way, and I need to see if you come down or this way. So this isn't going to be relevant this turn, so I can just move this without being too concerned. Okay, they're coming. That's pretty much revealed what they're going to do. They're definitely going to come this way, because they can't fit over in this direction anymore. Which does somewhat leave them scrabbling for space. It's going to be a bit of a mess, so I'll wait to move the hounds. I'll have you deal this first. It's 2 wound hounds. Are the hounds faster or slower than light cav? 16. I think that's equivalent to light cavalry, so I'm not going to benefit from charging them if they can't charge me. I don't think there's any way I can kind of cheat this. I'm too close to my friendly dragon here. I have to get further away and twist some more. No, I can't reach them. If I go any further forward, I end up hitting my friendly unit there. Maybe like that? No, I'm still shy. Oh well, okay, let's just back off then. In fact, just stand there. Right, this is going to be a headache. So you can obviously flank them if you aren't being charged. So I'm going to have to set up some combinations of things. They've got 1 unit left. So currently if I left this, what would happen is, yes, I could intercept those and then get countered, but then they would fight you. So if I had 1 unit intercept this, either the dogs or the dragon, then I could have... They'll get stuck in place. That'll then leave you, but unfortunately they can just counter me. Will they do 5 wounds to a dragon spawn? They are... Sir Dagric's there, so he'll use his Furious Charge ability so they get to reroll all their hits. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attacks from the regular guys, hitting on 4s, rerolling 75%, so 7.5 hits. There'll be power 5 against defense 6, so I get a 3-up save. So was it 7.5, 3-up, like save 2/3, take 1/3, so it would be about 2.33 or something along those lines. And then he'll attack with 3 attacks, hitting 4s, rerolling, so 75%, 2.25 hits. Also, he'll be power 6 because he has a lance, so 1.25. In theory, I don't actually lose 1. So yeah, I think I could just have those take that on. So what I'll do is they're going to rush forward annoyingly, but I'll kind of just be cheeky here. I'll put this unit sort of into their flank, so I can, if I really need to, I can flank that unit like so. I'm just going to twist them in case they come forward. I don't want them getting flank charged there, so like that is good enough. Here they come. They annoyingly, they have the movement to reach me. They're just too damned fast. I couldn't stop it. So I don't know how this is going to... Maybe I'll have you fight that unit. If not, you can flank that one. And instead I'll have you... Well, if I have this flank this, then they can flank that, and there's nothing they can do. The issue, of course, is that they want to counter. Initiative is going to be crucial here. Because if I say I charge this into flank, they can intercept me because they're closer. Or if I did that first, they'll then intercept me because they're closer. I really can't... Whatever I do first is just going to end up getting caught. It doesn't really work in my favour, so I'm going to have you fly over. Regardless of what I choose to do, I'm going to have you stick this unit in place. Oh, I could have just netted them. Oh, I forgot I had the net. That was unfortunate. Okay, never mind. It's now hard to see. Can I twist enough to get a shot onto those? Yes, I can, because I can take the shot and then get back into safety. 1.5. I'm just going to end up flanking. I can't possibly do 10 wounds worth to prevent 2 attacking me, so you might as well just put whatever damage output you have into these knights. And kill 1 more, that would be good. Yes, there you go. Just take off 40% of their attacks. That's good positioning there. Okay, this incredible mess. Who gets to charge first? You do. Right. So because they've done that first, that's actually good news for me. I can now do this, and they can't use that unit to... Well, no, do this. Okay, be clever. Do this first, because if I did that, and then if that was closer, I think it is the shorter green line, they could intercept me. So I'll pin this unit in place by doing that. Now they can move, but we don't care, because now I can do this, and there's nothing this unit can do, and now... Oh, I can't quite... that. Come on, that's... they're in range. Okay, so ordinarily I'd be doing that, but fine. I'm happy to take the... Now that I've crippled the unit and reduced them to that size, I'm more than happy just to throw the dragon spawn into them and smash them. I might take some wounds on the Abyssal Hounds there. Oh well, everything else is okay. Just shy of getting the perfect counteract. Now, bizarrely, I'm allowed to phase through units, so you have to draw the straight line when you initially do the charge, but after it you can just disregard everything in your way. They'll beat this, I have no concern. They might hold on. No, in fact, I might actually lose, so I'm going to have you remain over here just to flank this unit in case this combat is ongoing. Forward come the knights. I can probably get around those, but I want to see what these do first. They, I guess, could in theory hold on and be annoying there, so let's have you rush up here. Well, no, let's just take the delay unit back here first. You're going to get pistoled, which is unfortunate, but oh well. Never mind. Tough as nails. What I could do is I could intentionally just let something charge me and flee with this unit, and then you can flank it easily. But I can only bait one unit is the problem. I'd like to bait two. Let's use the dragon. Heck, Greater Ruin is the question. What do I want to use it on? Their defense 5, your power 8, so don't worry about it. Defense 5, power 6 on the charge, so that would help there, but I think you'll just win anyway. And then this one is defense 5, their power 7 on the charge. So reducing them will make them wound on 6s. This is the only one that might not go my way, but I have support here, so I could just get in there. So I think I'd rather... It's harder to heal wounds on the dragon than the hound, so I think I'm actually going to help the dragon. Make them power 0, so I get a 2-up save anyway, but whatever. They make a terrible decision, I can just ignore you there. In fact, if I win, I get a free flank charge. If I don't win, those dogs are going to be in a bit of trouble, but I think we'll be okay. That leaves me with 3 units, which is... I don't see how I have 3 units. It's these 3, okay. Right, do I want the Axeman to take on this unit of light cav? Can I escape the... I can't actually escape their radius there, annoyingly. I have to do... Yeah, I can do that, I can see them. Just charge them. They'll be power 4 against my defense 5, so I'm still saving on 3+, and I have 2 extra attacks, and power 6 on the charge, 5 on the charge because of boundary. I'll just win, honestly, which is fine. And that does unfortunately entitle me to getting mortared over and over again. So the long-term better decision might be just taking a flea, letting them fail to kind of charge me, and then I can use some of these units to come around and flank them. So yeah, I'm just going to do that. I can't bait out. I'd love to bait the heavy cav into trying to charge me, but I don't know if they'll be the ones to take the bait, so to speak. Worth a try. I'm pretty sure I can flee there. I don't see why there's any reason I couldn't. These Furious charging themselves, which, you know, they're just going to get a couple of attacks over here. And then you're going to get out of the way. Well, I kind of want the spawn to come over here as well, so I'll just get you both out of the way by doing this. So... And you twist around this way. So... Okay, go for it, dragon spawn. Yeah, you can't kill one with 3 hits. You do a single wound, you're 1/5 of the way there, and they're all dead. There you go, pretty good with the extra power. Here we go. Mordak does no wounds even with their defense 2, but the dragon just hit on 6s yet. Don't roll a bunch of 6s, it's 6 wounds. It backs once, so as long as you don't roll a 1, yeah, we're fine. And hopefully they break and I can continue the side charge. Off you pop. Whee! Okay, this is the one I might not break them on, because I chose to help the dragon rather than you poor fools. Yeah, they immediately take 3 wounds. I'm going to die here. Okay, they rolled a bunch of 6s, so it wouldn't have made much of a difference there. Oh good, the whole unit's dead, even with no support. Can I flank them there? That would be amazing. I'll give it a go. In fact, I'll just flee this unit and then get a better flank. No, I can't, so good to know. You're going to flee. You're definitely going to flee while I take that head on for no reason, and then the dragon spawn get a free win. I'm going to hit those in the side, so I can break those, then if they rally I can just charge them again. That's easy to deal with now. So it's just who's being shot. Oh, you're shooting at the dragon. Fine. You can't kill one with your paltry damage output. Good. We're just going to wait for them to move. Annoyingly, they'll probably shoot my hounds. I've got 2 wounds on them though, so they won't take too much damage. So you can come over here and flank and kill those. While this, I can flee from this unit to draw its attention. So let's just do this first. Rear charge. Yeah, I really should have used I forgot the character was there, so we can just do all of the attacks into our side. They don't choose to shoot anything. Interesting decision. Okay, I'm not complaining. You come down here and slaughter those Imperial Knights for me. They rally, fine, I'll just get straight back onto them. And I don't know, just make sure you don't get mortared or anything silly, don't take any damage under any circumstance. Here, just step away from the stupid light cav. How do I avoid mortar fire? I think you'll be fine because you'll charge into that. So as long as you sort of... I don't think I can escape both the charge radius and the mortar. No, that's 2. I'd have to come this way. I'm still caught there. Let's go a bit further down then. Like that works, I suppose. I'm safe from all directions. And that just leaves you, who I forgot about. Greater Ruin something, really not any point, you'll just win. They're already, yeah, defense 3, power 3 is, I save on 2+, and they get saving on 6+, so that's worthless, just hit done. I've got to remember the net. The net is a amazing strategic ability I'm not maybe using to the best of its advantage. Don't roll a 1, very good. Can't roll a 0, so you're off the field. You can deal with that for me. You absolutely slaughter those with your incredible damage output. Everyone else is happy. Those dogs might be in for getting shot by these, but can't do anything about it. You waste your turn because there's nothing for you to target. I guess we'll use this now, because what am I saving it for? No, my poor hounds. Even with my 2 wounds, I still take a load of damage. Frustratingly, they're in a good position such that... Okay, so I can't flee this unit, so after they break and bomb, they're going to end up flanking me. So what I'll do is I'm going to put you forward with the intention of having you target the hounds. I'm the same movement as them, so even if they charge me, I should be able to flee to safety. But obviously the concern is that, well, the mortar's looking the wrong way, it's locked onto the dragon, so I don't think I have to be scared about the mortar hitting me, so I'm going to let them charge me, flee, and then I'll get the Devil Spawn into their back. I think is the way to go about it. Shame if you rolled 1 more save, you would have kept the extra hound. Otherwise, it's just these spare units. You're fine. They're defense 5, the dragon's power 8, so all Greater Ruin does is, it could in theory make it easier for the character to wound. I'll save it, because if they hold on and turn, I'll drop a power because I lose the charge, so I'd rather keep it for next turn in case this is ongoing. Mordak does nothing as per standard. Dragon does a bunch of wounds and they can't hit back, so unless they roll very well, they've probably had enough. They're going that way. Interesting. Over here. Let's kill the whole unit, please. Yep, 10 wounds exactly. No hits back, we're fine. And this, the character gets to fight backwards, but well, it's not going to make too much of a difference. Amazingly, he's still alive. They are incredibly durable, but they don't maybe have the most amazing damage output in melee. They're actually better at shooting streams of fire at things. So you charge there as planned. We'll flee and get them out of position. They'll probably rally, so what you could do is you can come and fire breath them and engage them in combat. That's it. You're going to get mortared once. Suck it up. Oh, they barely... Fine, I can still get into their flank easily enough. Who are you targeting? The dragon, yeah. Okay, take 2 wounds. Ouch. Couldn't stop it. Otherwise, I'll just rally that. Kind of buys a bit of time. While I wait to see if they rally, they in fact do. How do I want to handle this? Well, you're... that's a problem. I think the only unit I have here that can actually flee is... the dragon spawn, because these are running and they won't be able to declare the fleet, so they'll get caught. And these are frenzies, so I can't bait them with those either. So I'll change my plan. I'm gonna, ignore the mortar. I think if I hit and kill this, and I hit and kill this with the dragon in the back, that will probably do enough that they break morale, and I don't have to play anymore and take another mortar shot. So, yeah, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to put you over here and start hammering these. Well, in fact, what I could do is I could Greater Ruin them now, make them defense 2, so when I put the flame shot and their flame shots into them, I might just kill the whole unit. I'm not saving that for anything, and it's more damage output, I think, combined than just throwing an extra fireball. So, yeah, let's use it to buff our flame attacks. Let's go all species of dragon. Yeah, 6+ now, so they're going to take horrendous damage from my range of options. And you turn and barbecue them. 9, that might just kill them. Yeah. Routing this turn already. I don't even have to bother engaging in combat, we'll just skip the phase. So a bit of chip damage onto the dragon, but we'll live with it. The mortar's just strong enough to be a nuisance. And those poor hounds I didn't support correctly, sorry. Oh, my poor blood fangs. Forgive me. Okay, the fire skills leveled, that's nice. Ooh. What do you think? That's an interesting proposition. So, extra attack, it depends what you're up against. So if you're up against something that's skill 4 or higher, you would prefer the skill, because hitting on 3+ because we're skill 5 rather than the extra attack is mathematically better. If you're up against anything that's skill 3, you're already hitting on 3+, so you would prefer the extra attack. Honestly, you'd love both, but I'm not going to have time to level up. I'd have to take all 3 fights, which just isn't worth it. We'll be fine anyway, so I think the technically correct solution would be, with the stage of the campaign we're at and almost all enemies being at least skill 4-ish, I think I would prefer the skill. It leaves us with a rather low number of attacks. It would be 12. We could have up to, well, we're on 3, 6, 9, 12. We go 40 to up 16, which is pretty great, but I think that's mathematically the better choice. High skill dragon spawn. And down here, the devil spawn leveled as well. I mean, yeah, this is the choice. I was going to have to make the replenishment or looting. I'd like... Do I need the replenishment? If I play with them super safe as I have been, I think I can get them all the way up to... I'll get a round of healing now, which is 2. A round of healing on the next fight, which is up to 8 to 10. And then you get 2 rounds of healing at the campsite. So no, I don't need the extra replenishment. Honestly, I'll be fine. I can take the skill and make myself as strong as possible for the final battle, which is the one that matters. We're going to do like that. So we're going to keep healing you. You're fine at that. You can just go, you're fine at 6. 4 is good enough. You don't need to do an amazing amount of damage. You get, when you go to the final rest, you'll get 2 heals anyway, so you go up to full. You need to heal 2 is not a useful unit. Your full strength, 19 is more than good enough, and 5 of 7 is fine for you as well. There you go. Good, we're going to have a huge sum of cash to work with. We're not exactly hard up for... There you go, it's already back to being a practical unit. Okay, let's go to... Yeah, the extra fight would be nice because it would get an extra level on a couple of units, but we're going to win anyway. Don't worry about it. It was an amazing choice. This is one of the best random events you could possibly come up against. That's incredible. So how do we want to handle this? So Holy Gift, I'll just show you how it works. Pick a unit, heal it to full strength. Never ever do that. That's terrible. Or ask for protection. Unit re-rolls damage save. So whenever you fail a damage save, roll the dice again to try and convert it into a success. Basically, pick a unit and make it inconceivably durable. It's an incredible defense increase. So of these units, now I think tactically the best choice would either be the dragon or the dragon spawn, because that's just the way that because if you put it on a unit that's already tough, you make it like from a practical standpoint invincible. They're never going to die, so you just win every fight they come up against. So probably I'd say the dragon spawn would be the good way to go. For this run, however, being that I'm focusing on the demons, I'm actually going to give it to the Sanguine Carnage. It's really not that useful on them because they have low defense, so they're going to have low saves anyway, but I can use them as a frontline pummeling unit that just never ever loses and dies. So yeah, I'm going to make them my blessed devil spawn. There you go, divinely protected devil spawn. Well, it says divine, but you don't know what deity is offering the protection. It doesn't necessarily have to be a good one, so they're as potent as possible. We show that off against the Grave Thorn. We're going first. It's a melee army, so I prefer they go first, but oh well. Start packing into the side again. I liked the strategy last time. And then the dragon can still fly over the terrain here in the middle, so you can park yourself there. You'll come this way to bait things out. There'll be, as I recall, there'll probably be a whole load of... There's not really any shooting to deal with. It's just going to be a whole load of irritating chariots running at us. So if I have you maybe serve as bait. You can get charged by something and then just withdraw. Honestly, you would probably rather one of these beleaguered units serve as bait because they don't do as much damage. So if I put you there and I have you... You're not really going to achieve anything in the middle there. That's kind of pointless. So I'll do this instead. Be there, get charged, run away, and then make a flank easy for one of these units. Yeah, so there you go. They put how pleasing they put them all together. So I could ignore them for a turn or two because they have to drag themselves around here. More concerning, I would argue, is actually the harpies who can fly because they're max movement speed. So let's just force them to do some stuff. That's it. They're going to come forward. I'd love for the Devil Spawn to flank that and just chop the whole unit to bits. Can I reach those already, do you think? Ooh, I think I just about can. It's going to be a front charge, though, which is a bit sad. If I twist at all, I'm going to miss the charge, so I don't get into the side arc. Yeah, okay, nice try. I think if I just positioned there, or maybe because I did it a bit further back to be in cover. Why did I need cover if I knew there was no shooting? That was a daft mistake on my part. Yeah, that's not going to get there. I can only reach them if I go straight, and then it's a front. So never mind, we'll just do something else. Just come over here. Again, I can maybe have something charge them and get them out of position, and you can start killing them. You've already reached that unit. I don't really care. I'm just going to back away. Well, wait this turn. Wait for the see where the harpies wind up. So let's ignore that. You aren't going to... They're going to come forward, so I just have you come forward, I suppose. Here come the chariot spam. I really don't care. I'd love to wait for these to move forward because I might be able to get the dragon spawn close enough to barbecue a whole load of them. So let's instead just delay with this unit. They're going to move all their chariots now, aren't they? This is clearly the bit they're doing now. If they leave the harpies to be the final move, that's genius and very irritating. So, how do you want to handle this? Well, they're not going to reach... They might reach you because of the harpies flying over, but there's nothing I can do about it. There, you've moved every chariot. Move something else now. Still have 4 units left, which are these 4. Don't care about these particularly. So I guess I'll just start having you come up here to eventually get a flank onto that unit. I'm not going to make it this turn. Ah, sad. They've come that way and have achieved absolutely nothing. What exactly was the point of that move? I don't necessarily know. Now, the issue, because there's so many of these blasted chariots, baiting one out of position actually doesn't help me much. So the rest of them are just going to cover the others. What I'd love to do is maybe get you to charge one of them, because without the charge, I can use Greater Ruin them and then just cripple them. I don't know if I'm quite going to be able to pull it off because of their radius, though. If I don't go quite as far that way, if I stay on this side, I might be able to do it. So a quick a movement trick is that. So I've got movement 16. If you want to travel around 180, it costs exactly half your movement. So if I get around here, I get far enough such that I still have 8.0. I know I can twist back around. I've got plenty of movement there. Does that allow me to see anyone? I'm trying to catch this one out. I don't think I can quite manage it. I need to go further. I need to twist less and come further this way. 8.0, and then we go right around for 8.0. That's about as good as I can do. I don't think it will manage it, but worth a try. You move there, one of these silly blocks. They're not going to do what I want, are they? Not going to move that when I want to. You can just come up here and start hitting things. Honestly, the harpies would be an ideal target if you want to start lessening there while I have the chance. You won't be reached by anything, I don't think, so just edge forward until you can shoot them. And then, I don't know, do you want to net something in place? It doesn't really benefit me to do so, so now chuck a fireball. And what I might do is fly over here and start, because they got 2 wounds, so it's going to take a while to chew through them. You won't reach me. That just leaves you as the last unit, which is very cunning of you. I'm not going to be able to use my fire breath. Well done. Even if I raced up there, I don't manage it, so just chill out where you are. Next turn. One of you will get flanked. Oh, I don't want to flank anything. The Devil Spawn unit's too fragile. There's only 1 wound. I don't want to take casualties. Everyone else is okay. Yes, I could flank these, but why? Just... You want to charge the harpies? Rather than having them fly around me and be a nuisance? Nah, don't worry about it. Can I reach them? No. Me first. I'll just stall with the dogs. Forward you come. You've just offered that unit to be slaughtered. I'm not going to stop you. Right, this mess. I'm going to try and get some flanks here, but we'll see what I can pull off with all these chariots. helping one another out. Probably they're going to come forward, but I'd love for them to try and charge this, fail, and then I get a free kind of hit with the dragon spawn. So as long as they're not the closest and I need to wait for them to move, I'll just stall with this unit. Chariot spam. Okay, I'm just being annoying now. Probably move that dog unit. I'd have to go all the way over here and then start turning. It's not very effective, is it? Problem is that hasn't moved yet, so I can, for obvious reason, I can get into the flank of this unit, no problem. That can't charge me. So as long as I charged first, there wouldn't be anything they could do to intercept me. The question becomes who would get the first charge. If they do it first, I guess I could just flee, worst case scenario. Yeah, don't worry about that, that's irrelevant. Not quite that chariot still to go. I'll just have you edge forward so I can clip those and start killing them. You've gone the wrong way, good. Now, for whatever reason, they'll move that unit last, so don't waste your time trying to bait that out. Can I get you out the way? Not really, I'll be honest. But I probably, they get a lot of, unfortunately, chariots have power 4, the hand weapon will give them power to power 5, and then crushing charge gives them another 2, power 6, power 7. So even if I greater ruin them, they would still be power 4, enough to seriously mess up the dogs. So I don't really want to take them head on. Or at least I want to deny the charge is the crucial aspect, so let's just kind of get away from them. I've gotten too close to my own allies here, this is what's happening, I've blocked my own movement options. Okay, you are fighting the harpies, non-optional, I mean you can easily beat them, so that's not too much of a concern. I can't do the flank, which is a bit annoying, but never mind. I just shoot them now. So rolling 6s, which is kind of annoying. Otherwise, what would there be, power 4? I could greater ruin that unit, make them power 3, and then I can still get a 2-up save. I don't need to be cagey. The dragon will heal twice when it gets to the campsite anyway, don't worry about it. Or maybe I need to use the XP, I don't remember. Do you want to net something in place? I could net those. Why would you do that? You actually want them to come forward. Save greater ruin, so just attack. One down. If I had one more turn of shooting at them, I could do a lot better here. Why haven't they moved yet? I'm trying to look at their colours. I don't think either of those have... no, they should be... how green they are should be considerably more pronounced. I think these have already gone. So I could, in theory, just do this. Unfortunately, I'm actually in the terrain there. It's a bit silly. I don't think I can get far enough and still... The problem is I'm too close to the harpies, that's why it's not letting me get away with being there. Yeah, I'd have to get to there, which unfortunately makes it illegal. Oh, there was a spot there. Now, have they moved into just the perfect position to... Yeah, I can't escape the arc without being caught. If I try being a bit further this way. Yeah, that works because I can see them. They can't stop me. So there I take the rear charge into the harpies. I might end up getting flanked here. I just have to run away. Yeah, they haven't actually gone yet. Oops, you're going to get hit by that unit. Oh well. They haven't moved that yet. I've got 2 units left, which is you and you. Not really anything fancy to do. Just stand there and flee so they can charge something, I guess. Nah, come back over here. Actually, haven't escaped the radius there. You need to come back way over there. Oh, good. Well, at least they were sporting enough to move close enough not to bother me in that regard. They haven't moved yet. I'd love to wait because I'd rather the dogs be the close unit, not the dragon spawn, so they charge you rather than them. I have to shoot them and then back away is I guess the strategy. There you go, the dogs are now the closest unit. Unfortunately, I'm facing the wrong way, so I'm not going to be able to flank them that effectively. Oh well. In fact, I don't want them rear charging me, so let's just get nice and clear. They'll come forward and maybe I can get around them. Who goes first is the question. Me, alright. Now I've got a decision to make. If I do this, I can obviously save the dogs from being charged by that. Unfortunately, they'll then charge next. If I did that first, they wouldn't be able to stop me because it's a front arc. So I'll get one of what I want in either of these units, but probably not the other. The only way I get both is if the AI is incredibly foolish and instead charges that unit first, which I can hope for. So of these options, I would rather this happen first because it's the one that could go really wrong. So I'll save you, make sure you aren't bothered by anything. They make a terrible decision and don't charge. They don't lock the dragon in place. So I'm just going to do this, and then they can't stop me. There you go. I got everything I wanted. You fleet. Bad move, AI. You gave me all of the initiative order. Oh, I forgot to spawn. I got so happy I did everything I wanted. I didn't actually put them in last. Okay, never mind. Actually made it even better. I can just get a rear charge instead. That was a genius move. That's exactly what I meant to do. We'll wait for these to move. They don't really matter. You can just... They can't move because... Oh no, they can because they didn't charge anything. So they're still an active piece, so be careful about where you wind up there. What I'll do then is I'll stall with you. Do I want to greater ruin something? Yeah, this unit. I can make it so my dogs don't even sustain casualties. Get them down to power 1, defense 1. I mean, the defense is irrelevant because I'm already power 7, so they're saving on 6+. But if they're power 1 and I'm defense 3, I save on 3+. Might save me a couple casualties. What am I saving greater ruin for? Nothing really. I should be able to handle all this stuff. So yeah, let's lend the dogs a hand. Always help your Abyssal Hounds. They've skipped that unit, which isn't terrible for me. Let's do this one first, because I think they'll be eventually attacked by something, so don't worry about that. What I'll do instead, I'm just going to have you come over here. You've got your flank, exactly as I hoped for. You can kill 2 more. You can deny them an extra attack onto you. It's very good. You only fight me 3 times now. Chariot spam, just wasting time. Just want to see where that unit moves, really. Again, well, that if I kill that unit, I'll just go straight into the next one. So, yeah, they've let me slip in there. That was that unit moving, I think. Just no, that's the chariot. Okay. So what scares me is that what might end up happening is the dragon's gonna get. I can't. My plan is just to run away. The problem is if they charge me from 2 angles simultaneously. So if he gets a rear charge and they get a side charge, which is unfortunately what's going to happen unless that unit very, very kindly moves on, and I can't flee. Is there anything I can put over there to, in theory, save them by maybe drawing their attention? Not really. None of this is going to make it. You're kind of in each other's way. So I'm just going to have to hope I get lucky and they don't go for it. You can't actually move, so I'm just going to have to leave you there. That doesn't matter. They don't actually reach. They have 1 unit left, which is just that one, so it's what it all comes down to. I'll get you out of the way. And then maybe you can eventually... Well, ooh, how brave am I feeling? If I kill this in 1 turn and blast through it, I'll be able to flank that unit, which makes that one helpless, which means I can just easily put them into the side of that one. So I can see if I can get into the rear arc there. So it's majority rear, I suspect. I haven't quite got the movement for it. That's fine, I'll get them next turn. Okay, we got lucky. They chose to move on. So now it's just a question for me. Can I get into the rear arc of that unit to have the movement for this? Oh, yes, I do. No problem. So I can easily stand there. Hit them in the back. That's... You need to go a bit further forward, rather. How far can I go and still twist and get the angle? Careful. So let's hover them. Yeah, that's fine. That's clearly in sight. Majority rear arc. It means they're not really accounted for, which is a bit worrying because once I'm in combat there, if they were to rear charge me, I can't flee. So I guess I should probably use that hound unit to preoccupy them because you're going to have to flee from the chariot. Yeah, this is going to be a mess. I think that's still worth it though. You'll be kind of there to get in the way. Okay, let's see. I'll win. It's just a question of how many dogs I lose. Yeah, dead instantly. I can get into the next one. Hits twice. 3-up save. I lose none. Hurrah. The 4 would have been a casualty without the spell. Good use. Here, please don't. Please break these so you can run away. I really don't want you to be stuck there. Oh, the dragon picks now to roll terribly. I haven't got good discipline though, so unless you roll double 1, I've got it. Very good. You are safe to run away. Okay, we'll save you from being charged there. And we knew we were going to do this as well. Okay, you've been hit. Do I want... If I cripple them with Greater Ruin, do you think I could just stand here and take it? They'll go down to... I'll save on 3+, because they'll get 3 power from charging, and I take 3 from them, so power 4, defense 6. 3 up save. The dragon won't get to fight at all is the problem. The character will, and he's going to use wild form on himself, so he'll go up to... He'll probably be weaker than my sorcerer with my extra power, but it's not going to be a very interesting combat. I'll probably lose Discipline 8. I'll likely hold. If I run, the problem is that this unit's going to come charging forward and be right there, which is actually a real nuisance for me. I think I'll try and have the dragon tank it. Yeah, do your best. Because I don't really have... I mean, don't worry about that. Have you turn around and kill the harpies. I think that's more reasonable. I'm going to have you chin it for me. Do your best. And that means I can't use Greater Rune to support you this turn, but don't worry, it's more important I do it over here. Okay, they've used War Cry from this unit there, so that's everyone gets +1 power, which kind of sucks because it makes the mathematics here a bit worse for me. Do your curse down and out, no reason to get stuck, just chop through them. That I don't care about. In fact, I've made it easier for me to maybe slip into the flank, see if I can get by. The width of my hound unit here is getting kind of in my own way. I need to get far enough in here that I can get by the terrain. There we go. There you go. Flank achieved. Using Wild Fawn himself. Definitely using Greater Ruin on you. Give me a fighting chance. Right, it all comes down then to what that unit does. Okay, that was what I was worried about. I can't save my poor unit there from being flanked, and I still can't move this blasted unit because they're still in the way. There's nothing I can do to prevent them. If I win that combat magically somehow and they run, I can engage them, but otherwise I would have needed the dogs to go over there. I got tunnel vision and went for the free flank in this direction. Oh, my poor spawn. Annoyingly, they're fearless and discipline 10, so even if after they lose the combat they're going to stay in there and take more casualties. Ah, alas, I guess I can heal them a load at the campsite and after this, so I'll get at least 6 back, 2 now and then 2 and 2 from the thing. So as long as I don't lose... I've got 2 wounds, I've got reroll saves, I should be fine. You can't do anything. Unfortunate, so just stand there again. They rally. I was kind of hoping you could engage those, but fine, I can have the dragon spawn come over and cook them. That's been dealt with, so you just want to start rushing over here to help some of this mess. Here we go. 21 hits. Power 7, so even their defense 4 isn't going to help. The whole unit is dead, and the Longhorn... they came 1 wound off of killing everything. The Longhorn with its 3 wounds survived. This, yeah, just dies. I do lose 2. No 3 up save this time, I'm afraid. I needed it for over here. This is the duel between Mordak and Dolgar. Mordak doesn't take a wound because he's in power 4. Who's hitting who here? I do nothing. Okay, this is the chariot, which frustratingly gets an amazing hit roll, and I get a pathetic save roll, so I take a horrendous amount of damage, which causes me to break and run. Great, the worst possible outcome. You rolled terribly there, Dragon. I don't know what to tell you. They also rolled 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 6. They still run. Get off the field. What a baffling round of rolling that was. You're almost dead already. You're getting flanked? No thanks. You're just going to get charged. I can't help you, I'm afraid. Nothing I can do elsewhere. Me first. Let's try and rally that. Good. Forward you come. You've moved into range to hit multiple units, so if you don't do something about it, it'll catch you. I guess I could just bait it with these and flee. Just prevent it from hitting anything else. That should be fine there. Dragon Spawn can come around and help with that. Right, you. I still can't really move units here effectively, I'm afraid. What I could do is I can move forward. That'll allow me to escape at least this way, so I can get you to safety, and then you can recharge that unit. That doesn't matter. I would love for you to turn and shoot those, but unfortunately... Oh, okay, I've made the decision. I was going to get over there and help them this turn, but nope. More important I kill these off, I guess. There you go, they're all dead. Don't charge me. That means I'm not going to make it here this turn, but never mind. He rallies. Well, there's a dragon there with your name on it. And then you can start coming around here to catch these in the back. You won't be able to do it this... Well, you will be able to do it this turn. The chariots were the one I really want to hit, but never mind, that's still pretty good. You die in a turn again. Yeah, they're fragile chariots. Once they get flanked, they're just worthless. Although this is a very upgraded unit of hounds, so I'm being a bit brutal. So 6 up save, because I'm only defense 3, but I get to reroll. Oh, because of the double 6, there I get to keep one. There you go, I get all of my attacks into them. Unfortunately for me, yeah, just don't roll double 6 and you're fine. Wait, 12 or lower. So even if I did roll double 6, you would technically pass, I think. So the bad news for me, Frenzy only works for the first turn, and that counted as the first turn, so I don't get my rerolls anymore. Oh, well. Oh, that may have been a mistake. He gets to fight backwards. I forgot about that. He's going to hit me. Oh, well. You engage those. And eventually you'll come around there to help, but not yet. That's all I can do anywhere. Good, you're in an easy to kill position. Okay, everyone is locked in combat, so there's not much else for you to do but just do this. Good. Can I get into a position where I can charge? Yes, I can charge either or unit, depending on who needs to help more. Can't shoot into combat, so stay there. Rally those, yes. In case the dragon can't get into a good position, I'll have you flank the chariot. And then you, this is all just going to get mopped up, so I'd love for you to get into the back arc of this chariot here. I can see it. It's clearly majority rear arc. Good. Double 1 for the shooting attack. That's great. Doing no damage. And then, yeah, netting is pointless. Just throw your spell out. Oh, Fireball has basically taken its spot as the one I keep shooting at everything. Here we go. So this is a round I may now at last lose. I get a 5 up save because they've lost their power. I can tell you I've lost one already. And then no rerolls because no frenzy off the second turn. I'm still gonna win, aren't I? Yeah. You win the combat. They run away. Even without the charge, they just lose. You get to fight backwards, which is frustrating. So we rolled a 5, got away with it. Lucky us. And then you butcher him. Over here, the dogs probably break the unit. I mean, they can't hit back, so yeah, they've immediately capitulated. Annoyingly, I can't recharge those now. They're routing this turn, so it's over. The only thing I need to do is make sure that I don't take damage. And that's it. You can just skip the rest. Uses wild from himself. The character will get to hit my character, but they always come back with full rules anyway, so that's irrelevant. These are going to start rallying. It's irrelevant. I'm just going to, out of spite, flamethrower you. Skip the rest. This combat's the only thing we have to play out. How would I handle it? I would recharge those with those and put the dogs into the back of those. We do no damage. We take 1 from the duel, and then the dragon kills it. That is a shame. The dragon took so much damage in the last second there. Okay, so how's it going to work? I get my level now. Oh no, I'm shy, so I'm going to have to use the XP to level. Uh-oh. Okay, you definitely want to take the healing now then, because you're not going to benefit from all the healing. You'll go up to full strength at the campsite and not get up to XP anyway, so just take the gold. You're full strength. You'll get 2 heals at the campsite, so don't worry about it. You're just going to be full. You could get even more dogs if you wanted. So I think that's better than just an extra 5 gold. So I just take the extra unit size. I'll get what? 3 to 4, 3 to 4. So a minimum of 6. So minimum 10 of 11, which is fine. You don't need any extra. So I'll just take the gold. These hounds leveled. Same principle. Just take the extra size. You might as well go up to 11. And they're in the exact same position. Minimum 10. So that's good. You'll want to level at the camp. So 1 heal, which again will get you to a minimum of 10, so that's fine. And then our original devil spawn, I guess the replenishment, because I'm not going to get, I mean, with 2 heals I'll go 12, 14, and I won't get there, so that would be irrelevant. I could use this and theoretically get up to 15, I suppose. Yeah, why not? It actually does help quite a bit. So you go up to 3 to 4 rather than 2 to 2. That's not quite 50%, that's more than 50%, but not that I'm complaining. You won't level anyway, so you'll go up to 10, up to 12 at the campsite, which is good. You'll already go up to full size at the campsite anyway, so just take the gold. Do you want more devil spawn? Yeah, it's better than the paltry amount of gold they'll get extra, so why not? It's not exactly this, we're strapped for cash. No spawn units whatsoever. Unfortunate, and I'm gonna be principled, and I'm not gonna take any of those. I'm not interested in any Northman units, horses, axes, or whatever. So you're all gonna stay as you are. I have no interest. So banner of swiftness there for the speed is good. Take your that will cost you the defense. I'll consider that carefully. Banner of fury is good. What, just buy all of these weird combat score and valor banners? Yeah, why not? Shroud, yeah, vitality, command. I'm not gonna just literally press all the buttons. Banner of valor. The only one thing I need to consider is, do I want an extra attack that would cost me their defense, which honestly they hit hard enough such that if they come into anything they'll probably just win anyway. Yeah, power 5, I can use greater ruin, so I think I would prefer defense 5 than an extra attack, so I'll leave that. Oh, but then is that in the spirit thing? So if you imagine them as a kind of another devil spawn unit, you could give them 3 that have even more attacks than those. I do use them as a defensive property, so their defense 4 would be good. And still no, I'm noticing still no banner of, yeah, I had different banners. I didn't get banner of mist, which is the one I wanted, which is a shame. You need to buy more of these in previous shops, so you get the rubbish ones out the rotation. I'll go, and we're a mass killing unit, aren't we? Let's just go with the attacks and make them a slaughterer. I think ordinarily I'd stick with the defense, but I'd make an exception. So you take the XP. Your level is high enough such that even if you got a level, it needs maybe 1 more attack. So I'd roll the wounds. I get one on every heal. It's the same. You're not going to heal, so just go to full strength. You're already there. You get up to 10. You get up to 10. Yeah, it always gives you 3 to 4 as far as I can tell. You level. I'd only get stuck on 9. Oh, I don't think it matters. You won't level regardless, so just go to full size. And you, that's good. Do you want the level? They're already level 6, so they won't really get anything useful out of the level, so just be full strength instead. Good, so there's our final army. Let's stretch some units out. Unfortunately, I can't go to 7 across with Devil Spawn. They're large base size, so they get stuck at 6 across, but otherwise not bad. You're ridiculous. I can't even get them any further over if I wanted to. So now, because I have so many of them, the loss of defense maybe doesn't matter. They can just take shots after shots. These can't go any further out. No, that's the limit, I'm afraid. But they do look pretty good. And then our dragon spawn. So there you go. I stuck to the theme, and that leaves me, unfortunately, with 475 gold. It just sat there doing nothing because I refused to buy Northman units. We had just one other, any kind of demon unit. We didn't get any archdevils, which is a shame. Obviously, we would have loved to show them off, but we've used them a lot in the past, so it's good to show off the non-big demon units here. Good, we'll take our Chaos Force straight into the final boss. The World's Hope. Hope is, of course, the first step on the road to disappointment. Me first. Alright, let's go. The dragon can fly over this, so you can just be a bit of a nuisance and get onto their stuff at the back. Let's put you dead center, so you could. There's usually their shooting stuff is sort of here, so maybe you can be there to draw fire. You're the 2 wound one, so you're in the maybe in the front. How do you want to do this? You're the 2 wound hound, so do you want them to be on the flank or probably there? Dragon spawn. There's not. I mean, there's going to be a lot of strength on that side, so I'll have you come up this side. You there, and I've got so many of these things I can't really fit anymore ineffective because there's no point in putting him here. He's going to get stuck behind the wall. There's no real effective way of doing this either. Maybe I can squeeze you. No, because I can't actually fit through there. That wouldn't work. I quite literally can't pull this off. Well, can I now? I can now probably just about squeeze through, so yeah, I'll take that. Right, this is what we're up against. They do have some nasty artillery pieces to be worried about there. Specifically, that one is scary. So it's nowhere near the units I would normally use to tank it, so I'm going to have to take a shot onto something precious and then hopefully get onto it in one turn. Knights are going to come charging forward, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to distract their... Where's their ranged? Okay, they seem to have fused together in those units, but never mind. Handgunners and rangers there are the long range stuff. As well as, ignore the Inferno Cannon, it can't move, so it will never reach us. It's just that one that's scary. So that one, and that one. The Triceratops is stuck, ignore that. So I think I'll just put you forward to make sure you're primary target number 1. Don't get in the way of the devil spawn, you fool. There you go, you'll definitely be shot by at least the handgunners now, not something more precious. Forward you come, don't worry about that. I guess you could have the dragon spawn tank a round of cannon fire. They could probably tank it better than a lot of this other stuff. I could have the hounds charge a Triceratops and kill it, because if I use Greater Ruin on one of them, that would allow them to punch through even with their relatively low power. Unfortunately, the powerful ones are over on this side. Only that one's got the extra power, so yeah, I think I'll just have you. The problem is the Tyrannosaur has actually got better movement than that, so I need to wait to see where that winds up to see if I can counter. So let's just pass, I guess. If they want to shoot at me, so be it. Oh good, they made that easy for me. I can't actually get the flank because there's no way I can stand there, but you can take those on and just win, I guess, with your better defense. Better wounds. Yeah, I should just prevail. It'll be a shame to hit them head on because of how tough they are, but I'd actually rather you kill these. Just pass. Here they come. The Raptor Riders are going the wrong way. It makes it very easy for me to get the dragon onto their precious back rank stuff now. I'm quite happy with that. And you've made a terrible... Good. So all this stuff over here is moved, so I can now start counterplaying with this stuff. I would love for one of you... Can you get into the side arc of that unit? Well, you could, but of course it's reliant on somebody dealing with the bruisers there. Otherwise you're going to wind up in a bit of trouble. And then once you're there, you can probably go straight onto the Rangers. Not really using my range damage output as effectively as it otherwise could, but that's okay. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll use Greater Ruin on that unit, so when I charge them with the dogs, they're only power 2. And I should be able to basically chin them enough such that when I do the next charge into that, I'll Greater Ruin them again, and I'll get through. So you go there. That's fine. You aren't going to do enough damage to kill those, so I think your Fire Breath is best off. Actually, rather, it'd probably be best off into the Triceratops of all things. Can I actually reach it? Not really. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to go back, stay where I was, take that side charge. The terrain won't stop me. I can easily draw a line there. We're okay. You might take a volley from those. Is it going to kill you? Probably not. You got 5 wounds, but all well between that and that, you might actually lose one. That might hurt a bit. Oh well. Get there, shoot the bruisers, because I'm going to take 4 attacks anyway, so if you happen to kill one, you just mean there's less damage coming into your dogs. That wasted its turn, that's good. What I might do to spare the dragon spawn taking damage is I might just shove the dragon up here now. You'll take combined fire from both of these units, but that's honestly fine, it's not going to bother me. You come up here and serve as the distraction. Good, you can go straight into the cannon. You're going to kill it in combat regardless, so don't worry about that. It's just a question of what spell you want to use. You could freeze one of these units in place. I don't think that necessarily benefits me that much. Freezing the knights in place wouldn't be terrible. I'm just going to fight them with the spawn head on and crush them. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll use the dogs as a sacrificial piece where I can flee them and then maybe get a flank with the devil spawn this way. So, burn those first. This means I get less shots. It's 4 less rounds coming at my way. And then spells. Cover. Pick a unit and give it cover in case you get shot at. I guess I can give myself cover, because I'm about to take a load of damage. Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. I'll shroud myself. We have a sneaky Abyssal Dragon. So when this happens, so all of their 3s now miss. Only take 1 wound, good. And when that shoots me, it only gets 3 attacks max, so it'll roll a dice and get a result of 1, 2, or 3. And then because of the shroud, it'll have to subtract 1, so unless I get incredibly unlucky, they get 3, minus 1 is 2, and I get no saves, I should be able to charge in there and kill that now. That doesn't matter, I'm now forced to move. We are going to have you take this on. If you would please, hit those. Well, annoyingly, I have to make sure that I get the charge first, otherwise... Oh no! I positioned terribly, I've actually blocked the line of sight there. I'm an idiot. Okay, I guess I'm not charging the Raptor Riders this turn. I don't think I can pull that off now. So instead, I mean, I guess I could just countercharge those and just take that fight on. Whatever. Stand there in case maybe it will work. You've horribly blocked the line of sight of your own handgunners there. I don't know how to tell you. That wasn't a very good move. You might want to withdraw in that case because you might be about to get hit by a unit we thought was contested, but it's very much not. They do still reach us, which is fine. I take 1 wound, whatever. Just waiting for that one to go so I can beat them in a fight. 3 units left on their side, which is what? They've shot already. All of this is gone. So what are their 3 units? This unit, this unit. Is there anything else bright red you can see? The cannon. Oh, the cannon, of course, hasn't shot me. So 1, 2, 3. I guess this one is safe to move without being bothered by anything. Oh, it is 3-1. That's annoying. Don't roll at least 1 save, please. Oh, blast. That's a terrible outcome. They got me exactly. Is it just enough? Fair play. Okay, let's have you come over and distract the knights. So I'll get to there is good. What they're going to do is the very last thing they do, which is reasonable. I'll have you come up here and twist around to do it. You won't be able to flank them this turn, but maybe next turn. Oh no, they want to go for my devil spawn directly. Okay. This is going to be a bit of a mess. Right, me first. So I could freeze that unit in place, which frees you to do that. That's probably a good idea. The only thing, if you look at their charge arcs, the only thing they then could declare a charge with is annoyingly that unit. So they're going to do what I don't want them to do and hit my devil spawn. I don't get the charge. I'm still power 6. I can still use my my curse standard. Do I have a curse standard on this one? Oh no, it never came up. I never actually got it. I'm stuck with my... It's only this one that has a curse standard. So standard attacks, better skill, I think will be okay. Worst case scenario is they lose, then I could just flank them with that unit. They're fearless and they're discipline 10, so even if I get hammered, I don't think they'll all die, so I can definitely flank them. See, I'd rather do this. Oh, I have no uses of Greater Ruin. I'd actually lose this combat, I suspect, because I'd be 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 attacks, hitting on 4s, 5.5 hits. I only get a 5 up save. I take a lot of damage. I'm only power 5. Yeah, it's not going to be great. I guess it does at least free you to get up here and you can start messing up their backline. Yeah, let's go for it. They do what I thought they would do. I can't counter. You just do this. We're all okay here. Then you get a free rear charge in case they hold on. That's not too much of a concern, except for the fact they've got a perfect position to rear end my dragon spawn. So we'll have to put something over there to draw their attention. I'll just do this now, I guess. Don't go too far because they're going to come forward with that unit, so you just get your rear charge there. I don't care about that. Let's just pass a bunch. Oh, unfortunately, you're going to get long range cannoned if I don't get you out of the way first, so... I mean, there's no way to do this. I was going to put them over here with the intention of drawing the charge of that Triceratops, fleeing them, and then allowing other units to kind of come back and deal with it. You just be there. Oh, should I just take the charge? I might as well do some damage while I can. Yeah, why not just do it? Something moved somewhere? I don't know. Or they come. I can have you get slaughtered by my demon spawn. That's not a problem. Northman Axe is firing into my guys. I lose an Axeman. Pass again. You're going to cannon the hounds. Yeah, now you roll a 1. Wouldn't have been great last turn. Forward they come. So, I mean, you can hit that one in the side and you can hit that one in the side. Good, that's all nice and I like that very much. So forward you can activate the unit. I'm already there into side arc, so that's a trivial charge. Good. These fears charging themselves, so you're going to get hurt really badly, but that's fine. Just get close enough to catch that unit now. Ideally you do it in such a way that you don't interrupt their charge. Yes, that's fine. You'll easily reach that, that's okay. Good. Okay, let's see, this is the one that's a bit suspect because we now no longer have Greater Ruin them, but we get a good hit roll. And we do some nice damage, 8 wounds. I don't think they can win, but they can like cripple the unit. Well, we can still get the majority of our attacks. They run, good. Fully upgraded dogs can prevail. Over here, this is the one that's going to hurt because of their rerolls with Furious Charge. Yeah, the Dagger, or whoever it is, Daemon kills 3 on his own, and the unit kills another 8. I'm still alive. So am I going to lose a round of combat with... No, it's a draw. There you go, I managed to make it through the campaign without ever losing a round of combat with Devil Spawn. Just. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. You'll easily win this because of the flank, and then go into their range stuff. Perfect. That's what I wanted there. This is... Oh, they might flank me before I can do anything to stop it. Yeah, I kind of saw that coming. Alright, never mind. I can't save you. Sorry. You get there to alleviate that problem. Oh, you're going to get absolutely hammered. Sorry, Dragon Spawn. It's worse than I thought it was. Okay, you hit those. And you hit those. So we'll win the middle. And we'll win this flank. This is unfortunate. You have to come round and... Oh no, my poor Dragon Spawn are going to get killed. I can't save them. You can just about fit there, which is remarkable. As long as you can tip in, you're fine. They're using the Warcry from that ability. That's fine. Are you going to get flamethrowered if I don't move you? Well, you're definitely going to get flamethrowered if I do move you first. So let's just try and pass and get away with it. Okay, they used it on nothing, so I might as well just get around here and start slaughtering their artillery pieces with this hound unit now. You can kill that and then charge into that. Nothing stopping you. Except for being shot by that cheeky ranger unit before I get there. That's very irritating. I didn't quite escape. Oh, come on. Oh, that's annoying. Doing just enough to stop me here. That unit's going to break and die, at which point I can flee them and get you into their side. I don't really want to be stuck here, so just do this now and chop through them as fast as possible. And now just pass a bunch. You're going to get cannoned. I don't care. Yeah, lose 1 dog. I'm going to put you into the back, or maybe the side of the... No, the back's better because they can't hit back, can they? So just stand there and rear end the Triceratops. They rally. I have to deal with those later. Okay, this is a extremely dead unit of... Yeah, the Devil Spawn are gone. That's fine. All these hand attacks, that should be enough. Also, Daggeric's still alive. But he's gone. Over here, you're going to get pummeled, guys. I'm sorry. So because of how tough they are, they probably won't lose... Yeah, they lose combat, but they keep all the Dragon Spawn. But yeah, we'll fail the discipline check. That was easy to see. That's ridiculous. How are you going to... You've got to pop out a unit somehow there, surely. Okay, we killed 19 of 21 Foot Knights. That's pretty good. 5 up save re-rolling. Not a single one, so I do lose 1. I can't quite reach the handgunners, which is a shame. Yeah, I've got nothing to charge, so I can't avoid the round of shooting. Ah well, here we go. 3 attacks now because of extra hand weapons, which is good because they're really tough, these Deep Guard. I need them to start losing wounds quickly. 7 re-rolling because of the Banner of Valor. Yeah, you're going to be trapped with them for a while. Well, I can stop one of these units at least by doing this. I think they can both see you, so you're going to get rear charge there no matter what I do. So just pick one and kill it. What's my power? Power 6 up to 7 on the charge with Dark Gift. So I guess you're effective into both of them. Let's just take that one. You're going to get rear-ended. I can't save you. Start killing their artillery pieces. I could flee here. Is that better or worse than just sucking it up? I don't really know. I think you're better off just... Well, if I flee, I can probably get far enough away such that I can maybe attempt to rally and be useful again, whereas if I stand there, I'll lose, I'll break, and they'll be closer to me, so it's hard. The only question is, will I flee off the field? Well, I shouldn't do. My movement isn't that far off, so I think I'm okay to try legging it. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. You can't reach anything, so enjoy being shot a bunch, I guess. Oh, just hold on, dragons. If you could just... Okay, we are still on the field. Good, I can try rallying them and make them useful again. Really, it's just a question of what they do, which is probably going to be fight that, honestly. Why are you coming for... I'm not going to question it, so please rally. Yes, excellent, they're back in. That's a big deal with the low number of units I have. 5 up save re-rolling. There you go, lose a spawn, I'm still pretty healthy. Just pass a bunch. You're going to get killed anyway, don't worry. The 2 Foot Knights there rally, that's not too concerning. You rally, which is annoying, I'll have to do something about that. Right, now just the most important unit I have still in play. What do I want you to kill? Probably those, because if I ignore them, they're going to end up hitting my poor Northman axes, and I kind of need them to leave them there. Oh, that's going to suck. The defense fort, they're going to be saving on 2+ against my axemen now. I'm probably going to slowly but surely lose that fight. Well, I can't do anything about it. Just have them come up here and get right into those raptor riders. They can easily beat them. Yeah, lots of attacks, but they save on 2+ because of their masterwork armor. So they've got better saves, so it would be 3+, and then improve it by 1, so 2+. Yeah, they're actually winning, annoyingly. But I bought the Banner of Valor, so I'll never run away. Maybe I can eventually beat them to death. Can I kill this turn? It's crucial because I lose a lot of power. Yes, I can. Good. You can go straight into those irritating rangers, or maybe into the back of a Tyrannosaur, which would at last save my dragon spawn, because they won't be able to recharge me again. Yeah, I'm just taking a bunch of damage here. I've still got 3. Still a useful unit. You'll run, which is fine. Now I can try rallying you. Here, because of all those wounds I took from the last volley, I might not be able to kill this. Yeah, it's alive on a wound. Even kills a hound. It's dead, which allows me to charge this at least. I don't know if you have enough teeth left to fight your way through a cannon anymore. You're getting charged. Oh, I'm not the closest, so I can't save them. That's silly. Never mind. Okay, let's just... Fine, kill those instead. You're going to charge me there. I'm not going to allow you to do that. You kill the cannon. You're stuck. You're going to try and rally. I think everything else is okay. Sorry, Axeman, you've been abandoned. Well, I guess what will happen is I'll kill this, and then I can recharge those. Just ignore them. And then they'll be free, so you can just do what I planned on and engage them anyway. You roll a 10 and don't rally. That's daft. Okay, I just need to wait for where Sir Dagrick goes. Okay, if you want to charge them head on, that's fine, because it effectively forces them back into the game, because they'll kill you, and then I'll just have a unit that's usable again. So you fixed my fleeing problem. You're going to come after the dogs. You've only got 2 wounds. Okay, well, let's just have a fight. I'll win. Okay, never mind. They're perfectly safe. Here we go. 2 up saves again. Killing only 1. Oh, you're going to lose this badly. Yeah. Oh, they're going to get mulched. Yeah, you'd have to roll a double 1, even with your Banner of Valor. I'm afraid it's not going to help you. This is considerably easier, though. That's a dead unit of... I lose an extra 1. I've still got max attacks, though. Off you go. I think that Devil Spawn unit's going to carry it. The Warlord gets to hit backwards, annoyingly, because he's a character, but not the Tyrannosaur, so I think I just kill it stone dead. And this amazing combat over here. 1 wound. Oh dear. Fail a discipline check, please. Yes, it dies. I don't have to worry about them. Okay, you can kill this. You can recharge those. They won't charge me because they're a ranged unit. I will never use them in combat, so I'm just free to do that. You're out of luck, I'm afraid. You'll have to wait for them to come around and relieve you. Otherwise, that's all I could do. You could charge those, but that's a horrendous waste. I'd rather have them deal with the Raptor Riders. Ignore everything else. Power 7 against defense 4, so it would be 6s, but it would be 5s. But because they can't hit me back, I should be okay to break them this turn. You finally rally, very good. You've moved to there, which is interesting to say the least. I'm going to opt to ignore you. Come around here, so I can draw a straight line from the centre of me to the centre of their flank. Yeah, they'll break and run and get out of the way, so currently I wouldn't be able to legally declare this charge because I can't actually fit there. I'd get stuck on my own unit, but I'm presuming they'll just get the bloody hell out of the way so I can charge them. They rally, fine, I can barbecue you later. Dagrick kills 1 pound and then dies. The 2 wounds, these ones, he had no chance. Here, I want you to take a load of damage and run away. Oh, they only lost by 3, that's not good. You're going to pass the discipline check, that's irritating. Okay, I guess we are stuck in combat. You likely aren't going to break these. In fact, they rolled a 10. Hilarious. This is the more important one. 8 hits is slightly below average, but pretty good damage. Run away, deep guard. Oh, they have the Banner of Valor. Ah, they hold because of that. Fine, we're stuck with you. A bunch of these piddly units running around we have to deal with. Oh, I can. Oh, you can pop out that way. Haha, cute. Why not? Go for it. Don't charge those. You're just playing with fire. You're probably not going to actually break them or anything. And then once they're dead, you can go into the back of the deep guard. You're chasing those around. Can I flank them? Yes, may as well. Oh, I should have done that first and shot them before they pestered me. Whether I've got enough runes to tank it. Dragon Spawn are beyond my incompetence. Your Banner of Mist isn't going to save you there from a flamethrower. And then what you can do is you can come around here and kill that unit for me. Yeah, just give me the charge. Pass. They do rally, so I might as well recharge them now. Saves them from... prevents them shooting anything. There we go. Kill a few more axemen. I mean, they would have lost combat, but less of a concern with these helping. That is the unit gone. And over here, you are... Oh, because... Wow, because their power is so high, they're still only saving on pretty poor. They'd actually win. They do a much better job than the Northman Axemen did against that unit. You can finish those off. We can at last rid ourselves of those. And you can fight those. Leave you free because I'm going to have you come over here and deal with this. I forgot to charge that. Well, okay. Never mind. Guess you could recharge that instead. And you could just ignore them now. Come over here and help with something else. At last eliminate this. You know, the dogs would have done it on their own. Well done, dogs. In which case I probably would have been better off positioning this to flank those. You are dead. Congratulations. You eliminate valiantly. One of them kills a dragon spawn. All that bravery and courage to achieve basically nothing. Well done. They're routing this turn, so that's all she wrote. I'm not going to be able to finish that unit, sadly, because I can't get there to charge them. Last. Should have seen it coming. They have the shield wall ability. I've completely forgot that there's a dwarf foreman in there. That's actually incredible. So dwarf veterans are... They're kind of standard dwarf infantry, except they're fearless. So they're discipline 8 with all those ranks of discipline 8, 9, 10, 11 fearless. They might take some casualties, but it'll still be 10 fearless. So they're not going anywhere. Oh, and then a war banner. So +1 to combat source. So yeah, 11 fearless. They're never going to run. So you'd have to slowly hack your way through 20 veterans. Here, what I would do to kind of resolve this problem, I'd put that there. This is academic now, but I'd kind of show off that's what would happen. And then the dragon spawn could probably make their way into the side arc, so we'd completely crush both of these flanks. As it stands, I think the dogs are in for a bit of a kicking. Yeah, sorry guys. You would have died regardless, but if I put the devil spawn in there, you could have at least had vengeance. Shield wall lets them reroll saves, which keeps a couple alive. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I think we had it. They were going to lose everyone. Victory achieved, so it can be done even when you're undermanned. Ascended. Complete the campaign on the hardest difficulty with the Abyssal Sorcerer. So it might, even refusing to take those silly Northman units, we still crushed them. Excellent work, everyone. The devil... So it kind of goes to show if you max out a particular unit, the devil spawn are really good. But if you invest all of your resources into one rather than splitting them apart, you can create one mega unit that really just can't be challenged. That's a good way of handling the campaign if you're struggling. Pick a unit and just make it get statted up so that the enemy can't do anything about it. So 100, yeah, about 10 to 1, it's pretty good. Gold earns 3,000, the highest I've seen, so that's okay. Who's the MVP? Dragon did pretty good. We picked it up early on. Not great in the final battle, but never mind. Probably I'm going to assume one of the devil spawn units. 99, the original one. Yeah, 304. On a melee unit, that is incredible. 300 plus is usually the purview of ranged units that can just keep shooting and shooting and shooting and killing things. Melee units are handicapped with kills because they usually hit something and then they run away. Not a problem when you have so many attacks that reroll that hit so many times and have so much power that you just kill everything before it can run away anyway. And then their movement speed is good enough, so if they do get a guys running away, they can just rear charge them, as we saw. So 300 plus on a melee unit. Fantastic. They are MVPs, as they should be. And the dogs did very well. They helped out. Thanks, guys. Excellent. Run complete. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, here's your little reward. You get your alternate character, so you can use the lady there. So if you did enjoy it, please do like, subscribe. It massively helps out the channel. I do appreciate it. Also, pressing the buttons means that if somebody who otherwise would never have seen the videos will do so, which kind of shares SOVL around. SOVL has no marketing team. It's a one-man band, so I am the marketing team. So maybe if you hit the buttons down there, the people can see it. Otherwise, they would never have a chance to, and they'd fall in love with it like we did. Or if you just want to chat with me down in the comment section, that's fine too. Good time to give me recommendations on future SOVL runs. If you have any characters or builds you'd like to see a max campaign with, please do let me know. Thank you very much again, and I'll see you next time.